Hi there, Miriam. So we're going to be talking about your portfolio too, and some pretty basic things that you can do to make it a little bit better. Firstly, you need to make sure that your formatting is in keeping with what has been taught in English 098. If you don't remember how to format, you can go to our class website, to the how-to section, and click on formatting. And there's a lovely lesson right in there to help you with your formatting. The second recommendation is proofreading. We've talked before about how you need to make sure that there's a space after each of your punctuation marks. So that's a really quick fix that you can do on your own. And read each sentence out loud to yourself to make sure that everything makes sense. Make sure that any place where you would take a natural breath in speaking, there's also a punctuation mark there. For example, just your thesis statement. If you read it out loud to yourself, you would usually pause after you say something like one similarity. So listen to how it sounds. There's one similarity, like free, such as environment and being social, between taking a vacation camping and in a hotel. Now you can hear the natural pauses that happen. There's one similarity, like free time, and two differences, such as environment and being social, between taking a vacation camping and in a hotel. So I need for you to make sure that you're reading through what it is that you have written out loud to yourself, and checking to make sure that everything sounds right, checking to make sure that everything is punctuated correctly. And you need to do that from the top to the bottom, and then from the bottom to the top, just like we do with Everyday Edit. And after you've made any changes, do it all again. Ultimately, by the time you finish up with each of your essays, you should have been reading through them at least 10 times. The third recommendation that I have for you is to go ahead and plug your essay into a grammar checker online like Grammarly.com. Grammarly.com is my favorite. I do recommend it to all of my students, but you can use any grammar checker that you like. For Grammarly, it's easy to navigate to through our class website. It's our very last link on the home page. And so that will take you to Grammarly.com. You log in using your Gmail login and password, and you create a new file in which you just copy paste your essay. And what Grammarly does is it checks to make sure that there aren't any issues. Now you'll notice that right now it looks great. It looks like there aren't any critical issues that they've picked up on, which is fantastic. You're actually the first person that I run into that they haven't picked up on any critical issues. So that's great, and you should be very proud of yourself. But notice how it does say that there are 10 advanced issues and that you need to upgrade in order to see those advanced issues. So there are things that need to be fixed, but unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see them without a subscription to Grammarly. So try a different grammar checker online. You might be successful without having to pay for anything. But if you're going to continue on through undergrad, I highly recommend going ahead and getting a subscription to Grammarly. I don't get any money for making the recommendation to my students. It's your choice whether or not you get the subscription, but again, I do highly recommend it, and I use it myself just to make sure that I'm not making any silly mistakes. The last bit of recommendation that I have for you is to make sure that you're using enough transition words and phrases, and that you're using correct transition words and phrases within your essay. I know that you are talking about similarities in your first paragraph. However, your transition word or phrase is on the other hand. And this is a transition phrase that's only used when I'm talking about differences. So double check all of your transition words and phrases. Make sure that you're using the correct ones so that you don't confuse your reader. If you have any questions, let me know, and good luck editing.